Ready?
Yeah, let's get into it. Would you be willing to share how much money you make as a digital nomad?
No, I don't think I will. Cut. Well, let's say 7 figures a year.
Today we're going to be interviewing digital nomads to find out how they make money while traveling.
In university they didn't teach us.
How they got started as digital nomads.
I apply, but I never get a response. But
I hope this video gives you some ideas to start your digital nomad journey. Let's get started. And what's your name and what do you do?
Hi, I'm Wana. I'm an architect, 3D designer and animator.
My name is Mila, and I have a company with mobile apps. So we have a few mobile apps doing photo editing with AI, like enhancing and restoring old photos. So we have like 7 apps in Play Store and App Store.
Wow, 7 apps.
Yeah.
I'm Van. I help fashion brands scale online without diluting their brand.
I go first. I'm Sabrina. I help creators and entrepreneurs scale their business online. So they create content that converts into leads. And lately we started our brand together, which is the Soulmate on the Move. And yeah.
I'm Mike Klein, and I run a media production company and a growth agency where we turn views into an income stream, and we have creators and coaches to stand out on social media and basically make an income from it.
I'm Montana, and I am a marketing and campaigns manager for a nonprofit.
Are you working as a freelancer or full-time employee?
Full-time employee and then occasional freelance stuff on the side as well.
Freelancer.
Freelancer.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
We have a guest.
So there are like 3 choices, I think. A full-time employee. The second one is freelancer. The third one is building your own businesses.
Personally, I went through all of them. Digital nomad as a freelancer and now business owner.
And you're building your own businesses.
Sure.
I think a lot of people, like when you have like full-time job,
Yeah.
you want to like grow your career as
Yeah,
a full-time
yeah.
employee.
Uh-huh.
But what made you try different roles?
We had remote jobs, yes, but still, like we just didn't want to work for anyone else. We didn't want to have a boss. We didn't want to wake up every day with the alarm because we have, I don't know, like a meeting.
I had a meeting this morning at 6:30 a.m., which was early, but I'm used to it. It's fine. Meetings, like I feel like that's one that's tricky, like when you switch time zones and you're like, how did my meetings just change? Or like when they have daylight savings time. It's so confusing.
How do you find your full-time job?
So I initially started as just an unpaid intern, kind of just doing some projects for them. And then sort of over time that turned into a paid role. I think what I'd done is I was just looking at companies and organizations that I was interested in. So I don't think there was like a set application. I think I just reached out to them. Like I had a list of places that I was interested in. I was constantly kind of looking at LinkedIn and trying to find things that were related to what I'd studied and what I was interested in doing. And yeah, I just sent them an email.
Okay, so you use LinkedIn.
Pretty much.
Did you apply a job on LinkedIn or you?
Honestly, I apply, but I never get a response.
I think that it's tricky to find stuff on LinkedIn. I think there's just, so much outreach going on all the time that maybe you can land the right thing with cold outreach.
But most of the works that I had, they contact me, they find me.
Maybe you had a really good profile.
I always change my LinkedIn. I don't post often, but I always improve my bio. I keep updating what's new skill, whatever.
But I think also there's other methods of reaching out to people and that sometimes yield opportunities later. I'll join different career groups and things like that. So I'm really interested in environment and climate. So I've joined a lot of environment and climate kind of job groups and Slack channels and things like that. And sometimes people will post about they're looking for someone to help with social media or their marketing strategy or content marketing, that kind of thing. So stuff that I've sort of already had experience in previous roles, and I'll just reach out and be like, hey, I can do that for you. So yeah.
I think a tip that I can give to people that want to apply on LinkedIn is you don't apply to the job, you go to the person who's put in this job, the CEO or the hiring person, and you DM that person. So you have more chance to get seen, I would say.
There's always different ways that you can do that or improve your strategy and things like that. And I think it's much more important to customize your outreach, even if it takes a bit longer, rather than send the same thing out to every single person. That's helped me get some initial projects, which has been really good. Even in my role right now, I'll get emails, from companies trying to sell a service, and it's they've sent it to 1,000 people, and I can tell.
Right.
So I think it's like people definitely appreciate kind of a personalized message. Shows that you're interested in what they're actually doing, not just making a quick paycheck or something like that and leaving.
That's really helpful, I think, for people who want to get projects. How do you get clients or projects as a freelancer?
I search some project on Upwork, Fiverr or LinkedIn.
How many clients do you usually get in a month, let's say?
In a month, they say around 2.
Oh, okay, around 2.
Yeah, because in architecture you have long-term projects.
Oh, okay. What's the range, 3 months to 1 year, or 3 months to 6 months?
3 months.
3 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, what was your struggles when you wanted to become digital nomad?
The struggle was the communication with the clients, because in university they didn't teach us how to talk and what question to put. And when I worked, manager had to deal with the client, not me. And now I have to deal with the clients, and they can be difficult. And I had to deal with how they want me to do the things, or what they want, what they really want, because they don't know how to communicate that every time.
The hard part always is how to find clients. This is, I think, everyone in the world, how to find leads. Just the name different, it's always the same. Leads, client, it's all the same.
The challenge was finding a paid job, right? And then I think also something that's been sort of interesting is kind of fighting a little bit of stigma that comes with sort of being the member of the team that's traveling. People will think maybe you're not reliable, or you're not taking things seriously. And I think that you kind of have to let your work show for itself that you are hitting all your deadlines and getting everything done, and that kind of what's happening outside of work hours is not necessarily affecting your performance or your concentration, things like that. So I think that that's an important one, and just being organized. I think it is maybe an additional challenge to adapt to new countries and time zones and cultures, and so having a really good organizational system is something that I've kind of learned by not having. And so I think that's been something I've really prioritized in the last few months, is how can I just have a better handle on not only my work tasks but personal tasks and goals, and how is this something that I can open up to the same page on my computer regardless of where I am in the world and what time it is, and still feel kind of centered and organized. And I think that that's been a process to figure out what that is, and maybe it's you continue to iterate and find that process. But I think it's really important when you're moving around, especially. So.
Yeah, you cannot be relaxed or chill all the time.
Yeah.
As a digital nomad.
Well, I think probably a lot of digital nomads will agree with me. So the biggest challenge of being a nomad is, I think, a lot of nomad face it at some point, is loneliness.
Yeah, it's tiring because you don't belong to any place.
Because if you're constantly traveling, you don't have this closed circle of friends that you can always go out with,
You start, it's you are starting from scratch. You think you have a good friendship, and then it's the person disappears. It's a heartbreak,
Have the feeling it's oh, I have no one around. And when you connect with people you like, and then they are traveling to another places, this was very hard in the beginning.
Yeah, rather than that, I don't think I really had some challenges. And in business, I mean, it really worked really well for us. So with businesses before, we had a lot of challenges. It wasn't working out. We didn't have traffic. With this business, it worked out. So I cannot say that we really had a lot of challenges. We've been working on this business for 3.5 years. But it wasn't something super, super hard, I would say.
How much money the app made?
No, I don't think I will. Well, let's say 7 figures a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
What made you build successful app? If you could say one thing.
Yeah. So, well, I think there are probably 3 ways, because I mean, for mobile app, the most important is the traffic. You need a lot of traffic, millions, hundreds of thousands, right, to start making money. So, and I guess there are maybe 3 ways how it can work out. So the first one is organic growth, and this is what we did. And for this, you really need to search like the keywords and try to find a market niche where the demand is high, but it's at the same time not very competitive. So then you can also, like a lot of apps, they work with ads. So then you need to invest a lot in marketing, and I guess for someone who just starts business, that's not the best strategy. I think it took for us maybe 2.5 years to grow it to the mature stage, like to actively work on these apps. Yeah. But last year I decided that the apps are mature enough and I want to retire.
So you retired.
Yes, I decided to retire last year. Financially though, not business-wise. I still want to work on the new projects, but I just want to do something else in my life right now.
If you're okay, like, would you be open to share like how much like, you make every month or year? If you're okay. But if not, like it's okay.
I don't know to say,
Okay.
but with 2 clients I can be comfortable.
For my full-time job, I'm an hourly employee, so generally, like, my annual salary would probably come out to like between 50 and 60,000 US a year.
So the range that you can live comfortably in Asia, like around how much would you say?
100 euros or maybe a little more
A day.
Huh?
100 euros a month?
a month.
A month?
A day.
Wait, 100 euros a month? Is it?
1,000.
One-
Sorry.
1,000 euros. Around how much you guys are making as a teacher?
No. Sorry. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I would focus on our brand new because it's a new business. But I will think about, because we have different streams, income, digital products, coaching, one-on-one, brand deals for our business. It depends. It can start from 4 to 10k a month. It's like depends. Some 4, some 5, 6. There is no stable. You cannot have like.
So you have been building a lot of businesses, and how much money did you make the most in a year?
So in 2019 we did 2.5 million per year, right? And that was through consulting, financial advisors, insurance, these companies in USA with their sales and LinkedIn outbound systems. Yeah.
What kind of advice would you give to people who wanna make a lot of money like you, like millions like you?
Just have low standards when you're starting out. You'll be taking a lot of actions. Be impatient, be super urgent, take massive action. But just don't be attached too much to winning. Because chances are you'll fail.
It didn't really work out for us from the first attempt. So I think the one thing that you should do is you should keep trying. So if it doesn't work immediately, you should keep going on if you really want it. So just don't give up. If it doesn't work and then it doesn't work again, yes, you still probably have your main job because you need to still sustain yourself. But still have this side hustle and keep going. It should work out at some point. You will learn, you will make it work.
And the lessons you will learn in those initial failures will give you a competitive advantages later on.
What advice would you give for people who want to work online and also still like travel?
Yeah, I think balance is key. I think for me, like, I'm still kind of figuring it all out as well. Like, I think, I've been really lucky to have this job and get to explore and do all the things that I've gotten to do. But I think balance is like something that I really try and remind myself, whether that's like, trying to go out and do something every single day after work, regardless of where I am. Or the other way around, where I'm just like, locked up in my room doing all my work, and then I forget that, like, there's a cool night market down the street and I should go enjoy that and explore it.
And remember to eat. for example.
I love that advice. So I think balance is really just something that is important to keep in mind, whether you're looking for a job or you have a job or you're trying to start something new. I think that that's something I've definitely learned from traveling the last few years.
What do you like about being digital nomad the most?
The freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah.
How many days do you work a week usually?
3 days.
3 days?
3 days, yeah.
Okay.
But I really focus on that hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you work for maybe
For 5 hours.
4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
So 15 hours a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are really like free about life choices.
Yeah.
So you can do whatever you want. I mean, even if you are a digital nomad, you don't have to travel per se all the time, right? If you want, you can just stay in one place. But it's more about choice.
Like even in doing those initial freelance contracts, I was like, oh, this is really great. I can just do this from wherever I am. Like, and so I think it's just like, it's a really nice thing to like, I don't know, kind of just, you're able to expand your worldview and see and do all these different things, but also like, you know, you can still like develop professionally. I think is a really nice thing for me.
So you have been traveling for the last 1 year and a half, like 2 years.
Yeah.
And how often do you switch countries?
It's a good question. I think I tended to jump a bit more, but I realized that's really exhausting. Now, not so much. I think maybe every few months or like kind of just establishing more of like home bases.
I moved so much. For 5 years, I was traveling like crazy. So we were traveling together with my co-founder, and yeah, sometimes we could move to a new place like every second week. So it was a lot.
But I think like you can't move like that all the time. It's just not like, it's not good for you.
Yeah.
We definitely didn't stay in one place for more than like 2 months in these 5 years. And it was great. But at this point, I am a bit tired, so I'm slowing down.
Because I've realized it's important to have like, I don't know, develop like community and kind of like invest your time in different places, or you know, kind of like returning to the same places. So I think that that's kind of my new strategy, is have like, you know, maybe a few places that I like to come back to, and I have friends there. And
Depends on the visa actually.
Okay, okay.
Because we stayed in Philippines for 1 month. After we went in Vietnam for 3 months.
Okay.
And after Thailand 2 months.
Okay.
And now in Indonesia for 2 months.
Okay. So around like 1 to 3 months.
Yeah. I really like to be more a slower traveler.
You want to explore.
Yes, more.
Right. And also work, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
so I recommend spending a bit more time in a place.
So around like a few months.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's a good amount of time. Like you start developing a routine and you meet some people and I don't know, some hobbies or something like that. I think that, you know, it makes you feel like a normal person even when you're traveling, and it makes it feel more like a home, I guess. So yeah.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. Cut.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. No worries.
Okay. I hope this video inspires you and give you some ideas for starting your own digital nomad journey. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll see you in the next video.